there will be other opportunities. Sheva to headquarters.
This is headquarters. What's your situation?
There's a high probability that Irving is on his way to an oil field in the marshlands. We're rejoining Delta Team and heading there now.
Understood.
We got company.
They don't let up, do they?
Do what you gotta do to stop them. But don't get too trigger happy or the guns will overheat. If that happens, we'll be an easy target until they cool down.
Hello everyone, and welcome to, I think it's stage 2-3. As you can see, it is not just a rail shooter, they incorporate QuickTime events into it as well.
Delta Team, I just received word from HQ. Based on the data you uploaded from that hard drive, most of the townspeople have been infected by parasites known as Las Plagas. The data refers to the infected as Magini.
What does all this have to do with Ouroboros?
You go to him, they didn't say.
Looks like the only way we're getting answers is from Irving.
Okay, so you might be wondering what's the difference between Chris and Sheva's point of view here. Chris is more geared toward taking care of the big trucks, whereas Sheva's really handled more toward... I mean, she can still hit the big trucks. I think she can hit the tires and maybe occasionally hit the head, but most of the time that's up to Chris to take care of, which comes into play later. We're going to be doing just 2, 3, or 2... Yeah, 2, 3, and I guess that's all one level, so we're going to be doing the boss as well. Or at least at the end, till the end of this recording. But yes, you can die. It's actually not that hard to do so, especially on the higher levels, because every Molotov cocktail takes increasing amount. Now, there are lots of checkpoints here. That's the only saving grace on Professional, as I recall. I don't know if we ever got I don't know if my old partner and I ever got an SS rank on Professional here or not, because this is, well, it's all about aiming. Like, if you thought I was bad about aiming on controllers, he was worse.
Reinforcements are en route. Hold your position until they arrive. Repeat, hold your position.
Pick up the pace.
Okay. So, this is, like I said, it's a rail shooter. There's not much more I can really say about this. It's, kill as many as you can and try not to get your own self killed. As you might notice, I wasn't really on top of my game here. Yeah, probably a good idea considering we're almost dead. Oh yeah, we're almost dead. I don't really remember how this went. I know sometimes we go through this completely unharmed, and sometimes we don't. I'm guessing this is one of the ones where we don't. Yeah, this is the one where we failed. I don't remember dying more than once, so... oh well, I think there's a checkpoint. Yeah, there's a checkpoint, like, right here anyway, so... This is probably my least favorite stage in the entire game, just because I don't like rail shooters. I was like, can I shoot the tires? I don't know if I can shoot the tires. I guess I should probably just shoot the guys. Because I played as Sheva. It is a lot easier to play as Chris in the boss fight. I will say that. It is a lot easier, in my mind. I've played both now. It's a lot easier playing as Chris. Mainly just because you have more room to aim, and you're not looking at his crotch the whole time. But, oh well. That's a little bit of a spoiler, but don't worry, you'll see it in about 10 minutes. Probably about 5 minutes, actually. So how can I talk and still make this interesting while we're doing really nothing but pointing and clicking? I don't know. Are you entertained? Are you not entertained? You're probably not, because I wouldn't be either, just by this. But, okay, let's go over some more trivia, I guess. This is... this is not a difficult level when it comes to getting that one achievement, like, complete normal in less than however many... I forget how long it is, but this level is easy to do that with, obviously, because you don't really have a choice. Or is that a... I think that was a challenge in the bonus things. I don't remember. I don't remember. I know there's something about that. If you're wondering what I was aiming at, I was trying to hit the hatchet so it wouldn't hit the car, which does do a minute amount of damage, but it adds up. It adds up.
That's gonna affect the resale value.
Probably. The reason this is so easy is because they refill your health when you fail. I think the main thing here is just blow up the barrels. I want to say that was like the only thing you really had to do or then you had to blow up the truck, and then after that you can leave. I don't think killing the guys really does much here, but I wanted to test it out again. So I was like, are we gonna... Oh, well, there it goes, it blew up. I guess I was right. And this is where Chris comes into play. If you're not a very responsive Chris player, you can very easily doom the both of you here. Because you're the one in charge of dealing with this. Of course, ideally, you want to just shoot the car, the front, so it blows up. Because there's a river on your left, so they were trying to push us in there. It's instant game over if they succeed. At this point, it's just basically, do you have enough life to survive? Hopefully, the answer is yes. I have died right there, and it was annoying as piss, but you can't. Not very often. Here we go. Mind you, I'm not sure how a Jeep jumps without a suspension system of some kind. But that man has the magic touch when it comes to driving or some shit, because what should have happened is you should have just drove off and fell into the river. Really. I'm just saying, that one, that does annoy me. It's cool looking, I'm not going to deny that, but that's not how physics works. This is Resident Evil though, so I guess physics just kind of takes a back seat to fun. That's just one of the dumber examples. Oh no, you mean to tell me there's bunches of dead people in a Resident Evil game? Oh no! That never happens. I'm a little disappointed with this boss fight. Probably my least favorite boss fight, this next one. Just because, well, yeah, you'll see why. I love the enemy type. I just hate the execution. I think it should have been more like 4. That's right, this is the one from 4. You remember him. Well, he never will, but you do it. You will. Into the truck? Is not the right answer, by the way. I know, I think Chris says it, but it's not the right answer. I mean, I get the reason, I get the rationale, but it's because of the higher caliber guns, but, yeah. If he can just do that, you're probably better off using your speed. And it's pretty bad if I'm saying that. Yeah. So yep, it's a rail shooter boss. Except it's not even a rail shooter boss, it's just a stationary shooter boss. Like, if one of you drove while the other one shot, I would be more than happy with that, but with this, it's just, I remember failing on this one quite a lot, and I'm embarrassed, because I have to hit square. Oh, I actually guess I did. There you go. I thought I missed those a lot more often than I did. Well, either way, the key here is, one, not to do that. You want to save that for when he picks up a boulder. 2, you want to make sure you don't ignore the Magini on the left and the right, because they're shooting you at the same time. And you see those 2 guys with that's another thing we probably shouldn't have done, waste that explosion. Is you want to make sure that when he does his little I'm gonna charge thing, shoot him. For God's sakes, do not shoot anything else. That is your priority, because it does loads of damage. Essentially, anytime he's getting ready to attack you, you want to be shooting him so it interrupts him. It's not a hard fight, it's just takes a little bit getting used to on when you should be aiming at him and when you should be aiming at the Magini. Other than that, it's a really easy boss fight, even on professional. You get punished more for the Magini shooting crossbow bolts at you, and if you screw up one of the input things, it's really, really bad in professional. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is if you have to hit him in the face while he's doing this, or if you can just be shooting him. I think you have to hit him in the face, because I think I've hit him in the chest before, and it doesn't really do much. But then again, maybe one of us wasn't shooting, or maybe I was a little slow on that. I'm not sure. I never really stopped and studied the mechanics of this fight. Now this is where shooting that big-ass explosion earlier kind of screwed us. Now what you should be doing here is shooting the boulder. If you shoot the boulder enough to both of you, you will break it up before it gets to the car. Now I couldn't aim there, and I think he was aiming at the right thing, so I think it was just my fault for misaiming. But at this point, yeah, that's like I said, I think I screwed up a lot as far as those go. Now, both players have to do that. It's not just Chris. When I first played this, I thought only Chris had to do that. No. Sheva does, in fact, have to duck her own. Why? I have no fucking idea, considering she's not getting swung at, but she does. If she messes up, you both lose health. If Chris messes up, at least it makes sense why you lose health. At least in my book. Probably shouldn't have used that right then, but I did. I guess I just wanted to... I don't know why I did that. You notice the Magini on the left? Yeah, fuck the Magini on the left. We should probably focus... Whenever this thing's out, the priority is always hit this thing. Always. Because normally within two... If you're both shooting at it, within 2 cycles, usually it dies. Doesn't always, but as you see there. But normally if you're both aiming at just that thing, that will do it. Now all we have to do is get to the next cycle, and I think it should be done. There's another Magini on the left. Hey, I noticed it. But yeah, you have to go back, make sure you're shooting him when he's doing his little melee attacks. Otherwise, well, that's not good. Now, the more of those little parasites should be coming out. There they are. As you can see, this boss fight has a definite, what's the word? Rhythm to it. It's very simple once you get to it. You just have to not screw up. And not let your gun overheat. If your gun overheats, I have only had that happen like once ever, back when the game first came out. If you let your gun overheat, shit goes downhill really quickly, and your health will just drop. It will. Because your only defense is your gun. So, as you can imagine, there's a bolt there. I think we might die here because of the boulder, but we'll see. I seem to remember that for some reason. But yeah, you gotta shoot that boulder. Unfortunately, that boulder... I don't know why, but with my other partner, we always got that boulder down. I think it might be because I can't aim anymore, might be the reason. But yeah, this fight, we have to do it again. I didn't even know you could zoom out and in, because why the hell do you need to zoom in? I don't understand why you would zoom in. But yeah, those explosives are there to... really make sure he drops the boulder so that you don't have to shoot the boulder. So you might notice I'm not shooting the explosive again. This is for a good reason. Well, I didn't shoot that. Well, either way, I guess we're dealing with it now. At least we still have two explosives. And my gun's almost overheating, but you gotta... I mean, that's like your only real concern in this fight is how is my gun close to overheating. I'm not sure why he's getting those off, but he is. Those attacks should never hit the car, at least in my opinion. Maybe Katsusaro's gun overheated. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't paying attention there. Maybe I was missing. Maybe he was shooting a Magini that was shooting a crossbow at us or throwing a Molotov. All are very sensible ideas. To be fair, I think the Molotov cocktail might do more damage than the kick from El Gigante, so that could almost be justifiable. Then again, I don't have I don't have any hard numbers on that, so yeah. Who knows? Well, at least we don't have to worry about it too much. He's taking care of the Magini on the right. That's another thing with that was not a good idea on my part. I guess I was just trying to kill those parasites quicker. I don't know if that actually does that by hitting the barrel or not, but oh well. It's already done now. You know, I remember screwing up a lot more with my QuickTime events here than I did. I thought I screwed up like over and over and over. So far, I've only seen like 1, maybe 2. I guess that's my, that's what I focus on in my memory. My screw-ups. Okay, we have like one left, and apparently I'm not aiming at it. That's a good idea. There's no Bajini on the left, so we should be able to just... Is this the second time or the first time in this cycle? I don't remember. Anyway, I think this is the second time. And, our health's a lot higher than it was while he's dead. Oh, like I said, 2 cycles. I hope you're ready for some drama, because we're gonna get some, partner. Why I went John Wayne on you there, I don't know. Maybe from the virtually shooting big guns for that long. Maybe that's why.
Where are you, Josh?
Sheva, you don't have to do this. You can still back out.
What about you?
I've got a personal stake in this.
A personal stake? Chris, look around. We should both get the hell out of here.
I'm not here just for the mission.
What are you talking about?
A while back, I received some intel that my old partner was still alive. At first, I didn't know what to think. But when I saw the data file from Delta Team, I knew for sure. Jill is still alive.
That woman in the data file? Are you even sure it's the same person?
We were partners. I'm sure.
Wait! Wait! You're not going alone. Chris, wait!
I don't have much time. I have to find her.
I'm going with you. These are my people that are dying here.
Are you sure about this? A second ago, you were ready to cut and run.
I can't just turn my back and walk away.
There are no more orders from here on in. It's just us.
We are partners. To the end. Now let's get moving.
Copy that.
I appreciate what the writers were doing here. I just feel it was a little heavy-handed. But hey, it got the point across. Yeah, you know, I know I never analyzed writing before this, but I analyze with every game I do now. This is not the worst written game I've ever played. It's not the best either, but it's certainly not the worst. But that's it for today, everyone. Chapter 2-3. Next time we're going to Chapter 3-1, and that's going to be a shit show. Until then, everybody. Until then.